Hello, welcome to Action Figure Corner. Today we don't really have a mail opening. Instead, we have a Facebook Marketplace bundle, which is much easier and nicer to deal with. This whole bundle cost me £25, which was pretty good. And first of all, we got another crash cage ring. These seem to be everywhere. That's good because the last crash cage ring we got was in the bundle with a massive hole in it, and kind of wanted one of these anywhere to keep. So it's nice that I can keep this one because I won't lie, the guy that sort of sent that was just a super douche, and it's nice to just be able to get rid of everything that the guy gave me for profit and then keep this from a much nicer transaction. So we got the crash cage ring. There's the cage, obviously. The little laddery bits. And then we got this bag of 23 figures. Again, this was £25, so basically the ring was £2, because you say these were £1 each. First of all, we've got a basic Shawn Michaels. Now, it's not in the greatest of conditions, but it does have some really cool attire on it. We've got this weird, must be Flex Force. Flex Force Alberto Del Rio with this, like, nice fisting action. You know, so like if, you know, you're having a nice romantic evening with your lady friend or boyfriend and they need a good fisting, you know, or if they're like a TV reporter or something and you want to get fired from your job, either or, whatever. We've got Kenny Dykstra. I always kind of wanted this figure when I was younger, but never got it because I already had Kenny, and then I got that deluxe edition version of him where he had pink shorts anyway, so I had two anyway. Speaking of shorts, he's a bit tarnished on the back, but I'm going to assume if anybody's going to buy this, they're probably going to buy it for the head anyway. So, Seth Rollins Shield gear actually has the Shield logo on his SWAT vest. Shield gear, but basic. So, you know, could be good, could be bad, who knows. Seth always seems to sell eventually. Shad Gaspard, but no JTG, which is weird. Loose arm, as per it being a Jack specific figure. But hopefully he should sell. Ooh, this thing ain't in great nick. John Cena. This is the most common John Cena basic you will ever see. I think just purely because a lot of them were basically the same when Mattel first started doing them. This guy really needs a wash. He's actually covered in mud. I'm probably going to give some of these a fig bath, but he's definitely a candidate. Another Seth Rollins. This is... Oh, now this is interesting because this is a Tough Talker. And Tough Talkers sell for a surprisingly decent amount. But it does have some sort of rust on the back. So, I mean, first of all, if he doesn't work, he's probably not going to sell as well. You know, it'll be interesting to see how these sell in, you know, in dodgy condition. It's certainly not working right now, but hopefully that's just a battery. But if it's rust, there's probably been water in there, so it could be ruined. Who knows? Got a... Wow, okay, that's interesting. Oh, wow, okay, that's interesting, right? Notice the torso shade of Warlord, and then it doesn't really show up too well on the camera, but that half of the torso is a completely different color, and then the back is fully different color. I don't know what happened to that. That is fascinating. Got a Lucy arm as well. This was one of the first figures I ever bought, was Warlord, way back in the day. I don't know why. A lot of the time when I was buying classic superstars, I bought them because I thought they looked cool. Then it took me a few years to get Barbarian to go with him. In the end, I didn't even get a Powers of Pain Barbarian. We got a Ric Flair, another loose arm. You notice in the Jack specific recurringness. Actually, he's got two loose arms. He's got those tickle fingers for some reason. I never really understood why figures had those. Okay, moving on from that. We've got a much nicer John Cena basic. These ones with the t-shirts on seem to sell better. I don't really understand why. Although in that bundle the other day, the British Heart Foundation bundle, we did of course get the John Cena with the drawn-on shirt on it. I'm confident I will be able to get this off. You might be able to see there's some marks of where it was coming off anyway, but there are some marks where I've managed to get it away with just an eraser. So I'm hoping with like some little nail varnish remover or something, we could tidy him up a bit. But yeah, maybe people are just like mad about John Cena wearing a shirt or something. I don't know. But they definitely sell better. So yeah. We've got Big Cass. Nothing really to say about that. We've got Enzo Amore. So obviously we'll sell those two together. Hopefully they'll still have some value to someone. Maria? You probably do alright. A lot of the divas with this kind of hair kind of got that weird thing, you know, like with the perishable plastic kind of thing in Jack's figures. Like if you got like a jacket, it go dead sticky. My Maria, her hair's gone dead sticky. She does have a loose arm, which I've never really experienced before in a Divas figure, even a Jax one, but yeah. Hopefully she'll still sell. There's a gold Rey Mysterio Jax specific. Arm's a bit loose, but probably alright. This is just Jax specific figures. They all have loose arms now. And like the deluxe aggressions, they all have loose everything. It's mad. Apart from the arms usually. It's usually just like the legs, the waist, the ab. It's all a joke. Anyway, he's not in the greatest of nick. He could probably do with. He's probably going in the fig bath as well. We've got Bailey. This is an Elite Network exclusive Bailey. She's actually got a burn on her back. This might be a tough sell because not only does she have the burn on her back, which you can't really see, the light's just shining on it, but she's also missing a ponytail. Might be a hard one to swing, but we'll give it a go. The Bobby Lashley with one arm, which I hadn't noticed earlier. That's obviously what used to be a loose arm. He's a bit scuffed as well. Head's a bit scuffed. That's a bit of a shame. Never mind. We got one of those fake bone crunches that they kept doing for some reason. They're actually like much like the hard plastic, so it's nothing like a bone cruncher actually. But yeah, there's Shawn Michaels. Oh, a deluxe with the stiffest ab joint I've ever seen on a deluxe. But as you can see from the legs, they're just a joke. Randy Orton. This looks in pretty good condition. He's got a bit of a scuff by the ab joint there, but it's otherwise pretty good condition. Hopefully that should sell to some deluxe aggression collector or something. We've got a basic Chris Jericho. It's quite a nice one. This is like a early one, I think. Got a couple of marks on him. Nice red trunks and stuff. We've got another Roman Reigns Elite, but this one also has a left hand. Now, for those of you who don't know, I had 2 Roman Reigns figures in a row that didn't have a left hand, and then I recently got a basic with a left hand, and I've got the Elite with the left hand. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to take the head and the left hand, stick them on my Elite, and then chuck that up for parts with a missing left hand and a worse head, because yeah, that head's definitely better than the one I had, and needs to have a hand, doesn't he? Unfortunately, the hand is actually quite loose. Well, it's not super loose, but, it could have been better. Oh, Roman. What a funny life we've had. There's a Jack-specific Ruthless Aggression Randy Orton. Again, this could use a bit of a wash. Oh, my God, right. There's his back. Looks a bit more tanned in the actual light. And then there's his front. Very tanned. Guy needs to learn to roll over when he's on the bed. But he could do with a little bit of a fig bath as well. None of these are as bad as the John Cena, luckily, so that's good. We've got a Devon Dudley, but no Bubba Ray. He's also, every single one of these Jack-specific figures has a loose arm. He's a bit dusty, so I'll probably fig bath him as well. And then finally, we've got a Undertaker Retro. I always like picking up retros because it's something different. Like, I don't get them too often, so they're interesting. They sell for like loads for some reason. Like, clearly nostalgia is really big for this crowd because I've never been a fan of Hasbro's, but I personally think retros are nothing on Hasbro's. Like, Hasbro's were so much better than retros are. So it's like I don't understand. I mean, obviously some people they're good, must be, but if I was like nostalgic about Hasbro's, I'd probably be quite disappointed by retros. They're just nowhere near as cool. And then finally we've got this Undertaker, which is one of the rare Undertaker figures which has the BSK tattoo on his abdomen. It's one of the rarer ones that's sort of wearing jeans with the Undertaker stripe down the side. It's in really good condition, this actually. It's the only figure in the box that doesn't have loose arms as a Jax figure. Quite nice. So to be honest, I'm kind of tempted to keep that. But yeah, that's everything we got for £25. We're probably going to put the Crash Cage ring back on Facebook Marketplace because they aren't really worth selling on eBay. It costs too much to post them. We'll probably stick that back up for maybe a tenner. Maybe 15, somewhere around there, and just let someone come and get that off our hands, get it out the way, and then that will put us on like what, 15, 10 pounds sort of in debt to these figures, like these 23 figures, and then we'll make easy profit on it from there. So that's everything from that bundle. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.